Hello, it's me, the ukulele teacher, here to teach you how to play one of my most requested tunes. Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. So, grab your uke, make sure it's in tune, and get ready to play Welcome to the Black Parade. Now this song is made up of loads of different sections, so I'm going to break it down and take you through it part by part. The first half of the song is nice and slow, and there's a lot of repetition. These are the chords that you'll need for this part of the song. If you already know them, skip ahead now. To play the chord of G, put your first finger on the second fret of the third string, your second finger on the second fret of the first string, and your third finger on the third fret of the second string. And the chord of G should sound like this. To play the chord of D, put your first, second and third fingers on the second fret of the fourth, third and second strings. And the chord of D should sound like this. To play the chord of E minor, put your first finger on the second fret of the first string, your second finger on the third fret of the second string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the third string. And the chord of E minor should sound like this. To play the chord of B minor, bar the second fret with your first finger. That means you push down on all four strings at the same time. Then add your third finger to the fourth fret of the fourth string. And the chord of B minor should sound like this. To play the chord of C, put your second finger on the third fret of the first string. And the chord of C should sound like this. And to play the chord of A minor, put your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string. And the chord of A minor should sound like this. Now, all the way through the first half of the song, the chords repeat in exactly the same order again and again and again. This is the order that they repeat in again and again and again, all the way through the entire first half of the song. So let's play through the sequence a couple of times, just playing one downstroke on each of these chords. And when you can play that through, you can play the entire first half of the song. It goes a little something like this. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten and the damned? From here, the song speeds up and we start to have a bit of fun. Firstly, there's a small instrumental break and the strumming pattern changes. We play down, down, up, down, up, down, up on each chord. These are the chords for the instrumental section. Let's start by playing down, down, up, down, up, down, up on each of those to take us through the instrumental section. And from here we move on to verse 1. For the verse, we also need to know the chord of F. To play F, just put your first finger on the second fret of the second string, and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string. And the chord of F should sound like this. If you like, you can carry on playing the down, down, up strumming pattern on each chord, but I find it a little bit easier to play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on each chord like this. These are the chords for verse 1 and they're repeated through twice. So let's play them through together. Sometimes I get the feeling she's watching over me, and other times I feel like I should go. And through it all, the rise and fall, the bodies in the streets, and when you're gone, we want you all to know. And from verse 1 we go into the chorus, where I go back to playing the down, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern again. This is the chord sequence for the chorus, and again it's played through twice. So let's play through the chorus. We'll carry on, we'll carry on, and though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on, we'll carry on, and in my heart I can contain it, the anthem won't explain it. Then we play through verse 2, which has the same chords as verse 1, and then we repeat the chorus. And that takes us into the bridge. And for the bridge we need to learn two new chords, the chords of B and C minor. To play the chord of B, bar the second fret with your first finger, then add your second finger to the third fret of the third string, and your third finger to the fourth fret of the fourth string. And the chord of B should sound like this. And to play the chord of C minor, just bar the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings on the 3rd fret, but leave the 4th string open. And the chord of C minor should sound like this. So the first 2 lines of the bridge are B to E minor, and we play the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern on them. Then line 3 is the chord of C, and line 4 is the chord of C minor. And for those 2 lines, we just play 1 downstroke on each of those chords. So the bridge should sound like this. On and on we carry through the fears. Disappointed by the faces of your peers. Take a look at me, 'cause I could not care at all. And then we move into the final verse, and the chords for that are a mishmash of the earlier slow section and the chords from the verse. These are the chords for that final verse, and once again we just play 1 downstroke on each of those chords. So the final verse will sound like this. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart, go on and try. You'll never break me, we want it all. We want to play this part, I won't explain, or say I'm sorry, I'm unashamed. I'm gonna show my scar, give us a cheer, for all the broken, listen here, because it's who we. And then on the word are, the song changes key, and you carry on playing that sequence, but you add 1 to each chord. So for the G, you now play an A, for the D, you now play an E, for the E minor, you now play an F sharp minor, and for the B minor, you now play a C sharp minor. These are the new chords you'll need for that section. If you already know them, skip ahead now. To play the chord of A, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And the chord of A should sound like this. To play the chord of E, bar the 4th fret with your 1st finger, and add your 4th finger to the 7th fret of the 1st string. And the chord of E should sound like this. To play the chord of F sharp minor, go back to the A shape, but add your 3rd finger to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. And the chord of F sharp minor should sound like this. And to play the chord of C sharp minor, take the B minor shape and slide it up 2 frets, like this. 1, 2. And the chord of C sharp minor should sound like this. So that final section of the final verse will sound like this. Because it's who we are, I'm just a man, I'm not a hero, just a boy who's tried to sing this song, just a man, I'm not a hero, I don't care. And now we move on to the final chorus, and that stays in the new key. So again, we take the chords from the previous chorus and add 1 to each of them. So the final chorus in the new key will sound like this. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. We'll carry on. And though you're broken and defeated, your weary widow marches on. And then we move on to the ending section where everything gets a little bit crazy, and it's a sort of hodgepodge mixture of the final verse and the final chorus. These are the chords that I play for it, and again, I'm just playing 1 downstroke on each chord to keep it nice and simple. So the ending section should sound like this. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world can never take my heart, go on and try. You'll never break me, we want it all, we'll carry on. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart, go on and try. You'll never break me, we'll carry on. So put all of those sections together, and that's how to play Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. I've been the ukulele teacher. If you have any requests for future lessons, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I love you all, and I wish you the best.